Hi,
Ivana, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Are you all back from your vacation?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. How are you feeling kind of resuming your regular schedule?
I'm not ready.
You and everyone else. It's a lot easier to be on break. Well, great. Well, glad you're back, and we're probably just going to meet today and Friday. I know your dad said tomorrow morning freed up, but unless something changes for me, I probably will not be available. So let's
Got
uh,
you.
let's dig into it here. Let's take a look. Maybe there's some good news in the world of English.
Yes, in the lovely world of English.
We have this student response required. Could be more specific. Okay. Um, have you responded to her with the work that we did kind of at the top there where we listed the similarities and differences?
I don't think so. I don't. Let me
Let me
check. Uh, I don't think I responded to her yet, but did we wait, we broke down it in notes, right? Like you sent me the notes and stuff, yeah.
I hope so. Yeah, so here let me go ahead and share. This was in the lesson 7, most recent lesson 7. I know you have probably a lot of duplicates in your email, but we actually had answered her up here at the top, difference, and then we wrote the thesis. I think responding to her with everything kind of up here would be really good. Um, so do you want to
All right.
check and see that you've got that? I mean, I'm pretty sure I sent it on the 18th. You could
Yeah,
double
I
check.
think I found it. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
So should I just copy and paste everything?
Just the
What?
top part here.
Okay.
And you can maybe let her know in words that you already started working on the essay. And, but
All right, cool. Let me just send this to her. Okay, I just sent it to her. So we're good.
okay. So I'm sure we'll get a response by next time we meet, I would hope. Um, all right. So I think we were working on physical science lesson, which we could continue to work on. Um, I know that there's kind of this pH lesson that may be outstanding. I think that was the lab with cabbage, maybe,
Yeah, I think it was.
or that's the one. I'm not sure. There's lesson 12. We're up to lesson 13. So what would you like us to work on today?
Um, hmm. Let's just work on lesson 13 or like, I don't know. I'll tell my mom about the lab later because I told her that there was gonna be one.
Okay.
So she knows about it.
All right. Let's do that. So um, you definitely will need a calculator today. So we're up to question 11. All right. Says here, it says polar bears are strong swimmers and can swim as long as 10 hours without rest. If a polar bear swims with an average of 2.6 meters per second, what is the total distance it can swim in 10 hours? All right. So you have to convert hours to seconds. So the first thing you would do is you would say that in 1 hour. All right, sorry. In 1 hour, that's on the bottom, there are 60 minutes. And then in 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. So could you multiply 10 times 60 times 60 to tell us how many seconds there are in 10 hours?
Like in a minute, there's 60 seconds. So
Yeah, are you seeing my screen here? Just making sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Just I'm asking multiply 10 times 60 times 60.
Oh yeah, sure, I can do that. 10 times 60 times 60. That's like 36,000. Wait, what? That sounds wrong. 10 times 60 times. Nope, it's 36,000, yeah.
The distance is rate times time. The rate is 2.6. The time is 36,000. Can you multiply those together and give me the result for how far the
Yes,
balloon
I
traveled?
will do that. That's 93,600.
Right. Good. All right. So we're using a lot of this variation. The distance equals rate times time. So in this problem here, number 12, when you're reading through it now, I'd like you to tell me which of these quantities they're giving you, distance, rate, or time, and what they're actually asking you to find, which of the three quantities, distance, rate, or time. So go ahead and take a look at number 12 and see if you can tell me which quantity you're solving for, which ones they're giving you.
Sure, okay. So the rate is 18.4 meters, right?
So let's review a little bit here. Distance is generally in like meters. Rate is in like meters per second. It's always per unit time. Time is in like seconds, we'll say. So take another look. Let me know if you still want to go with those. That 18.4, is that the rate or is that something else?
Um, okay, I got it now. So we only have the rate and the distance. So
Okay, so you're
the
solving
rate,
for time. Time is distance divided by rate.
okay, so I can do that. 18.4 divided by, that's gonna be 0.53
And what are the units of time?
seconds.
All right, good. Okay, so the new problem here says an airplane starts at rest at the end of a runway. It reaches a speed of 80 meters per second. In 18 seconds, what is the plane's acceleration? So the acceleration equals the change in velocity, okay, divided by time. So if it starts at rest, what is its velocity when it's at rest?
At rest, it's starts at rest at the end of the runway and 0, right?
0. So the change is 80 minus 0. And it's over 18. What does that become?
$4.44.
Okay, and the units here are meters per second squared. Okay, so 14 is almost identical to 13, just different numbers. Would you give this one a try on your own, please?
Sure. So the answer would be like 3.75, I think. Or was
Okay.
I wrong?
So the change in velocity is 120 minus 0 over 32. Is that what you did?
Yes.
And what was the result? 3.75.
75.
Okay. All right, very good. So you drop a rock from the top of a tall cliff. After 1.5 seconds, the velocity of the rock's measured to be 14.7 meters per second. What is the rock's acceleration? So that first part, it's just like the previous problem. So could you calculate that for us, please?
Sure. The answer will be 9.8, I think. Yeah, 9.8. Yeah, I
Okay,
got
very
you.
good. So now the velocity at the later time, the velocity is the uh, starting velocity plus the acceleration times the time. So in your problem here, the starting velocity is 14.7 plus 9.8 times 0.5. I'm just putting those numbers in. So it 14.7 is where it is after 1.5 seconds. And then 9.8 is the acceleration you just found. So times 0.5. You'll need a, like a Desmos type calculator.
All right, let me go pull that up. Um, is that a multiple like after the is that an exponent or is that a multiplication sign? Because I can't tell.
Multiplication.
Okay, cool. The answer is 19.6. There you go.
Okay. So the next problem uses the same formula, number 10 here. It's the starting velocity plus acceleration times time. You want to try calculating that for us, please?
Sure. So we're on 16, right?
Thanks.
So the answer is 90.
Yeah, 90 meters per second. Good. All right, we're gonna come back to 17 in a moment. Number number 18 is this formula here. So give that a try.
All right. So 45 times 825 is 37, 125? Am I on
We're
the
on
wrong time?
yeah, we're on 18. We'll get to
Sorry.
19.
I'm sorry, that was my bad. I'm so
It's
sorry.
okay. It's okay. Yeah, I know it's the hard one. It's not in front of you. Look
Yeah.
on.
I'm a little bit tired today. I
It
had a rough morning.
makes two of us.
Yeah. So I don't mean so so
Your
yeah,
dad
that's
was
why I'm a
very
little bit off.
your dad was very assertive about us doing something. So
I know. I was like, I told him like, Dad, are you serious?
yeah.
Okay, it's okay. I will fix that. Do I do 28 divided by 0.5? 280. So I divided 280 by 0.5, and the answer is 0.05. I'm sorry. Wait, sorry, I was wrong. 0.5. And the answer is 560. Yeah. So yay me, I got it right.
Yep. So for 19, it's a distance, rate, time problem. So this one's solving for time. Time is distance over rate. Uh, so 825 over 45.
The answer is gonna be 18.33.
All right. What would you like us to work on next?
I don't know actually.
Let's go take a look at your classes one more time. Okay. Like I said, I mean, we can look at lesson 14 here. Um, some force problems. Um, we can fill these out. We can certainly do that. Uh, what's going on in English? I know that, that's, you're behind there, not behind, but I think the listening and evaluating. Oh, we did that one. That was the speech. Um, lesson 12 is a descriptive essay. This might be good this time of year. Just we don't have to do it, but let's see what they want you to do here. Let's see how many sensory details you can include. 400 words long. Okay, so they're suggesting here that what does your house smell like? Did the baby sound like an ambulance siren? When you saw him, did your skin tingle, blood rushing? Seeing her smile, really like a flower blossom. Uh, these are, I think, like alliterations. Um, basically, I want you to express something with your senses. Is that
Mm,
any
yeah, that
interest?
makes sense.
Any interest in something like that? It could be like, okay, my, especially around Thanksgiving, like maybe the smell of the meal reminds you of a childhood memory. Maybe you walk by a place. Smells are good for that. I mean, sometimes it depends if maybe you're more visual. Sometimes you see things and it reminds you of something you did as a kid or a good memory, a good trip. Um, sometimes being on a trip, you remember things from home. You wish you were home.
Mm.
So,
Can you repeat that like one more time?
well, just the other side of it is you're on a trip like you were just on, and you see something, you see a dog, and you miss your dog. You get sad. You wish you were home. It's not that you always wish you were on vacation or away. Sometimes you wish you were back where you are used to being. But we
Yeah.
we can do this. I mean, we can outline this. We don't have to do it right this second. I mean, you have to kind of decide what you want to do here for the rest of our time here, for at least for this hour. Then you can decide for the next.
Yeah, we can do that.
This writing.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So details. All right. This is going to be very challenging for you because of the nature of being very, very, very descriptive. It's not about, it's more about the quality than the quantity. Okay, details. In an essay with the purpose of describing something, the key concept, remember, is to include vivid detail of the subject, be it an object or an experience. So that's what we're going to focus on, an object or an experience. And you want to describe it in such a way that someone who is not there has the ability to somehow experience that. I think that's what I was about to say. It's usually easiest to write a descriptive essay about something that you yourself have experienced. In the descriptive essay, the point is to get across to your audience who may not have experienced the same thing, your specific and personal perceptions of that subject. There's certainly something satisfying about being able to describe a special or unique experience on paper, something that makes those memories last once they are transformed from thoughts to written words. Okay, so what I'd like you to do right now, this is kind of our brainstorming, is I want you to give me 3 objects and 3 experiences that you can write about. 3 objects, 3 experiences. If you could put those in the chat.
Okay, an object or does my dog count?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say my dog, um, my skating rink, because I know how my skating rink smells in a way, not kind
Let's
of
have you put those
the
into the chat.
chat.
Yeah, please. Three of each. Three of each.
I'm trying to think of a third object, but I don't know what to write.
So these are things, they don't have to be from like current, they could be from your past. They don't have to be um something right in front of you, but they should have some significance to you.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I just don't know what to write. Like, I'm thinking about it because there's so many things.
I mean, take your time. It's probably worth giving another, minute or a couple minutes here. Um,
So for experiences, I only wrote three because I couldn't think of a third one.
Okay, dog, it's card, experiences. Okay, all right. Um, okay, so let's I like the dog one a lot. Um, the figure skates could be okay.
My skates are
Guitar,
very stinky, so I can describe them very well.
okay, so that's kind of a smelly figure skates, so that's kind of a good angle. Um, you had mentioned a skating rink.
Oh yeah,
That
I did.
that could be a good one because of the kind of the what's the right word here? It's there's a clear like difference between like Arizona weather and the skating rink for like for one. But you know, there's obviously a lot going on inside there. Not everyone has been to a skating rink. So let me, you know, it's always good to like go out to the internet and be like, well, maybe there's some other things we hadn't considered.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can pull some in here for you to think about. Um, Looking for some topics here that these none of these are, let me see if I can do one more search here. Okay, here we go. This is what I was looking for. So this is these are what the internet suggests as possibilities. So a first memory, a hot summer day, uh, favorite movie character, first love, a painting, childhood idol, most embarrassing moment, art gallery, apartment, best friend, dream song, tears of joy. So it's like the cry. Your favorite store, book, day in school, a family member, teacher, trip, um, career, country, maybe favorite country you've been to, what it's like to be in Bulgaria. Um,
Oh yeah, I can describe that very well because Bulgaria smells very interesting a lot of the time. It just mostly smells like cigars half the time. A lot of people
right.
smoke there.
Okay. So that, like what you've just described, yeah, the other thing you want to do here is you tend to want to pick a topic that might be interesting to your teacher. Now your teacher's not playing nice here, but like if I let's just say I were in a classroom and I had to grade 30 of these, like I don't want to hear about your favorite movie character as much as I'd actually would prefer to hear about Bulgaria, maybe something I'm not familiar with. That'd be more
Yeah.
interesting to me. But having said that, like that's not for you. That's like you don't have to placate the teacher. You should choose something that you feel like is good for you. And you know, I'm okay with whatever you decide here. Let me put a few more in front of you uh, that I like here. I'll just maybe say these verbally. A scary dream. Uh, what it would be like to have a pet monkey.
A pet monkey.
Yeah, it's just something odd. It doesn't have to be a monkey. You could say like a pet elephant or something. Um, so um, let's say you really like Reese's peanut butter cups. You could write something about that. You know what it's like to have. So these are yeah, these are for you to decide. Here's one: my first time on a cruise ship.
Ooh, yeah, I can talk about that as well, the cruise ship.
Yeah. Um, So there's a lot of options here, not necessarily any like that stand out. Uh, like being nervous, how that feels. That's always a good one to write about. Okay, so we're gonna take like an extended break here for first hour here. We're gonna actually stop here.
Okay.
When we come back, try to have an idea of what you want to write on, or we can go back to physical science, work on that. It's totally up to you. But I'm gonna just go ahead and stop here for the moment.